We're live. If you're not making life your beach, then what is the point? Welcome in, everybody. This is, of course, Beach Bites, and I am BeachBurnBob, and we have a very special guest today from the pro wrestling shoot. We have Jesse. How are you doing today?
Man, it was a long day at work. I'm doing better now that I'm sitting here about to talk WWE 2K24. Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. And we are going to sit and talk about wrestling, and that will make all of your worries go away. How is everyone doing in the chat today? I see that we have some people filing in. If you could, go ahead and hit the like button as you're typing your questions in. It really helps us out a lot. And Jesse, we do things a little different on Beach Bites. When we get a super chat in, we have to stop talking mid-sentence, answer that super chat question, and then return back to what we were saying. So it causes chaos quickly. So keep that in mind.
We're doing things a little differently with Jesse on the show. If they hit a super chat, Jesse finishes talking, and then we can go. No, I'm just kidding. We're good to go.
I like
We're
it.
good to go.
We're changing the rules. So I see we have Isaiah Hill in the chat. How's it going? We got
what's up, Isaiah?
Fire Spark 74's in the house. I see Mike holding down our channel membership. We do have brand new emojis for our channel members and multiple tiers. So go ahead and feel like becoming a member. Click that join button and you will get those emojis, and you can drop your beach balls in the chat, and that always makes for a great time. So today
were PG.
We are PG. What's wrong with beach balls?
We're dropping. Oh, okay.
Beach balls? What?
I'll let it go.
You let it go?
I'll let it go. I'll allow it.
I don't even know if that's PG now. Wow.
Hey,
I like it.
On the real though, you're gonna when we're off air, you're gonna have to show me these emojis, man. I got to hook up some of my members as well. What's going on, Mike? What's going on, Fire Spark? Isaiah Hill. It's good to see you guys. Familiar faces. It's always nice to see.
It's always nice. We're just hanging out talking. So, of course, Showcase dropped the trailer for it. What'd you think of that trailer?
I liked it better than the regular game trailer.
I did too. I thought it was a lot better.
No deep fakes. You know, it was good. I liked it, man. Like, look, if you are familiar with my channel, I'm not the biggest Showcase person. No, I'm just not. So I don't know, man. This trailer got me excited for a Showcase for a change. I don't know if it has to do with being able to use multiple superstars throughout your Showcase and relive like all these cool matches, but the match list is pretty good. Even though we got a lot of reused matches, the list itself is actually pretty good, and I'm excited to go through that for a change.
See, that was my thing. Is I don't care about Showcase. It's run through it, do the unlockables, and I love what they've been doing with the games. But I mean, we can agree that since what they've been putting it in, it's the same thing every year. Throw this guy in the turnbuckle, cutscene. Throw this guy in the turnbuckle, cutscene. Do your moves.
How do you feel about the cutscenes? Do you wish that it was like more gameplay within?
Well, see, I did, and I was all on like what was it, Austin's Showcase in 16. I love those cutscenes. They took the time to go through and show us, oh, this is what Austin did. And they animated it all. I thought it was absolutely great. But the slingshot technology in this one, I was looking at a clip, and it is a 1 second transition this time. It is so tight and so smooth that it goes back to the match and then back to the gameplay. I didn't care for it in 23. I thought, it's whatever. It's a gimmick. But this one, from all the cutscenes and stuff I've seen, it actually got me excited for the first time. And I was on the other side of the fence. I didn't think anything about the slingshot. But now I'm actually looking forward to it, to see what they do and how much stuff they blur out. Because I'm excited to see how they change that footage to match what today's product is.
Yeah. I didn't even think about the blurs that could happen, because it's a lot of people. Look, man, we get people in the game. Look, I have told people on the comments of some of my videos, like, there's no way this person's in the game. They're in the game. Like, that's so crazy. We get Miss Elizabeth back in the game. I had no clue that she was going to be a part of this. Like, I didn't think, like, in my wildest dreams that Miss Elizabeth would be a part of a wrestling game ever again.
Or George the Animal Steel.
Yeah.
Like I did not see that. That's never been on my Legends list. Is we need George the Animal Steel.
That's true.
Makes his return from Here Comes the Pain. So
has it
like
been that long?
It has been that long. That was the game he was in, was Here Comes the Pain, and he's back 10 or 14 years later. So it's like, who else are we getting? It's going to be crazy.
What I love about WWE 2K24 so far is that you can tell a lot of these devs just sat down and played Here Comes the Pain forever because they're like, all right, well, look at this camera cut. Maybe we put that as an option to where we can camera cut over and see the entrance ramp. And it just gives you that Here Comes the Pain look. I wish it was zoomed in a little bit more, but other than that,
it feels a little off, but you
know what I'm saying.
The gist of it, yeah.
The camera cut alone, as well as like the throwing weapons and some of the shenanigans that you can do backstage with the elevator and just all the weird stuff that they added this year in the game. You can tell that they're like, hey, there's a lot of these elements that we need to put back in the game because these guys can't remake Here Comes the Pain. I know a lot of fans shout that at the rooftop. Like,
it's not happening.
You just can't. There's no way to get the licenses together. It just would never happen. So all you can do is just get inspiration from it at this point.
Revolutionize your experience with Hex Gaming premium custom controllers. Use code BEACH to save at checkout.
And I get that there's a lot of people I see in my comments that, this is my first WWE game. And that still blows my mind because they'll ask us like, is this one going to be good? This is my first WWE game. So they got to cater to all the people that are just playing wrestling. Yeah. But for both of us, we have all the wrestling games. We started with the OG very first SmackDown game. This is straight nostalgia pop.
Yeah.
For us and for our group of people that are playing the game, it's like you actually listened and brought back all the fun stuff from the older games and brought it in. So they got to do that nice balance. And I think 24 so far looks like they got that balance right.
It's a little crazy to me that, how you said that it's a nostalgic thing for us, but somebody is still buying their first WWE game this year. And my thing is, if you're buying this game, or even 23 at this point, like if 23 was your first WWE game, how blown away are you going to be by these games?
And they did such a smart thing by, if you pre-order it, you get 23 free. Yeah. So it's like they're getting you in the ecosystem right off the bat. Yeah. So I think it's crazy how they've done it this year.
That is actually a really interesting marketing concept. Like, hey, try 23. Like, pre-order this now. You'll get 23. Try this game out if you haven't bought it already. And then, bam, you got new customers for 24. What a brilliant marketing. I didn't even think about that until you brought it up. But, 23.
Yeah, it's crazy. Could you imagine if, like, Call of Duty or something did that? Where it was just like, play our old one while you're waiting for the new one?
Bro, are you a Call of Duty player?
I dabble.
You dabble? Okay,
dabble.
I am like, these guys, and I know we're PG here, so I'm going to say these guys. These guys have gotten me for over $100 every single year, and it's the same broken game every single year. I love Call of Duty, man. Like, I have a bunch of friends that I play that with, like when it comes to Warzone or whatever the case is. Like, I'm a sucker for it. Like, let's just put it that way. I'm a sucker for Call of Duty. Call of Duty would never give you anything like that for free.
No.
Ever.
It
would never happen.
They will take stuff out of the game and then make you rebuy it.
Yeah. Although I do think that new Black Ops game coming out, or not Black Ops, like Cold, I can't remember what the new one's called, but it's by Treyarch. And I think that one's going to be pretty good because they've had like 6 years to work on it or something.
Yeah. It has been a while.
Yeah. So I'm interested.
It looks good.
Once again, these guys pull me back in, and I'm going to be buying another Call of Duty game. But that's neither here nor there, man. 2K24 is coming out, and we got that game, and that's probably going to hold me out until, I'm hoping, GTA 5.
Oh, yeah.
Or GTA 5? 6.
We're on 6.
GTA 6.
Yeah. Oh, it has to hold us out till then. But they're on a 10-month turnaround. So you think about this game comes out, we'll get 26, before we get GTA 6? Wait, and then, because it's 25 that's coming out.
Well, look, this is just me hoping that we get GTA like early 2025. But the truth of the matter is we're probably not getting GTA 6 until the end of 2025, right?
See, I figure it'd be holiday 25.
Yeah.
But all the other Rockstar games have been released in April. So there's that.
Interesting.
That are Red Dead Redemption
Ooh.
2, all of
I'm
them.
going to be torn, 2K25 or GTA 6.
And both published by 2K. So, I mean, maybe we get a bundle or something going on with it.
Wait, who's published by 2K?
Rockstar.
No. Really?
Yeah. You never check the logos on the back of your box?
No. No. Pop that game in. Let's get cooking, baby. Like that's.
Check the fine print.
I don't even buy the boxes anymore. We're buying digital nowadays.
It's all digital.
It's just easier, man. Like I don't have to go to GameStop anymore. I can just, hey, at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm playing the game. Ready to go.
Okay, so yeah, what we were talking about before we side quested there was we were talking about the marketing for 2K24, giving us 2K23, genius marketing.
Yes.
The dropping of this little stuff here and there, you brought it up on your show, I brought it up on a few videos of mine, is that I miss the old days where they'd be like, here's your roster and just give it to you, or here's your DLC packs, here's, everything. We're 20 days out and we still don't know anything.
I don't necessarily know if that's a good thing.
I don't either.
It's scaring me a bit.
That scares me, but the quality of life updates are absolutely incredible. So that brings me to my next question. On a scale from 1 to Britney Spears, how crazy is WWE 2K24 actually going to be?
I don't know if I want to give it the Britney Spears rating because that's pretty hardcore, but I would definitely give it a genie in the bottle rating. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Like and that's up there. That's up
there.
That's that might even beat Britney Spears.
That's high praise.
Yeah, yeah. So look, man, the blood alone in this game has my money.
The fact they got it on the mat and they actually redid it. They just didn't add to the physics that they had. They just redid it. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. There's stages again. You remember back when we used to get stages of blood? Like, I don't know if 2K22 or 23 had stages, but it didn't seem like it because it was just so.
I want to say it was like 18 or 19 that had the stages of blood.
Yeah, so we haven't seen the stages of blood in such a long time that, man, and it just stays on the mat the entire match.
Oh,
bro, I'm sold.
I'm excited.
Could you imagine if they I don't know how this would work, but could you imagine if you ran universe mode and the match before you had that blood feud, right?
Oh, and it stayed from show to show.
No, from match to match at least. Yeah, that card.
Yeah, so it's like they didn't change the ring canvas after the match, and you just kept going.
Could you imagine that little detail? Like, oh, dude,
the whole thing would be pink by the time the game was over.
Yeah, is that a problem too? Because like I know a lot of people don't like that it's pink, but you got to think of AEW Fight Forever too, where they were kind of struggling for that rating. I think that probably was the case. Well, AEW Fight Forever kind of had like blood splatter, like it looked like it looked like a horror movie.
It really did
originally. So I guess that's a little different, but maybe they can darken the color of it and it wouldn't change the rating.
See, I'm not sure exactly how they got around it, but I think that a lot of people, if you'll go back and watch older matches where they went a couple matches without changing the ring canvas, it almost does have a pink tone to it. So it's actually more realistic than what the bright red is because they spray it down before the next match. If you go back and watch when the hardcore title was 24/7, and you'd have that match early on Raw, if they didn't change that ring canvas out, then you would see the wet spots or the almost pink feel to it. So I actually like that it's pink, that it gives it more of, it's faded in as the match goes.
So that's how I took it too. I don't know.
No, I like that. I think that's probably how they got around the rating. Maybe that, or you can turn it on and off, because it's completely optional. And I bet you it will be default off when you get the game, just like they have the last few years.
So they have actually never showcased any of the blood in previous years.
No.
So this year they really wanted to make that a focal point. Hey, we got to turn blood on because I want to show you something. You know what I mean?
So it's like what was it? That would be a main question every year. Is blood going to be in this game? And it's been in a lot of them, but it's because it's always defaulted off. So many people didn't realize that it was actually in the game.
Yeah, that's true. Because you had to go through your options to turn it on. So,
and so I wonder how many people aren't going to realize camera cuts aren't in the game. If you're just the average guy, you walk in, you buy your game. Oh, it's the new grapple. I'll go ahead and buy it. And then you sit there. How many people will actually play it and never realize, oh, I can change camera angles because they don't go in that options menu?
That's true. Yeah, if you're not looking for these updates and you're not watching the videos on YouTube, I never even thought of that, but these quality of life updates are just kind of something to discover, I guess, once you go through the game and play it, depending on how long you play it for. But yeah, I mean, I would want to think that the hardcore audience obviously knows the most, and if somebody picks up the game, chances are they're going to throw on a YouTube video or two talking about the video game. And you
would think so.
And then they would learn these extra quality of life features.
One of the coolest things that I did was the first time I got Shut Your Mouth back in the day. I didn't know that you could climb on top and jump off of the Titantrons until you actually did it.
Yeah. I mean, are you talking about? Oh yeah, shut your mouth.
That was PlayStation 2.
I'm trying to remember how exactly that game went.
You could climb up
Here Comes the Pain and jumping off the fist and stuff, but you're talking about climbing up the ladder thing on Shut Your Mouth. That's right.
Yeah, you didn't know unless you actually tried it.
That's true.
There wasn't the internet or anything to actually go, oh, this is how you do it. You either bought the strategy guide or you figured it out by mashing buttons.
That's true.
How the wrestling landscape has changed is crazy.
I wonder what we're going to figure out in this game that they haven't announced yet. That's what I'm excited about because they do this every year.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what my whole channel's based off of, is finding all the secrets, man.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to just deep diving this game and spending 3 hours in the menu, because if you can move this slider this way, then, oh, look what it does that they haven't announced. I'm excited to play with that stuff.
What are you looking for the most, like, I guess?
Mine is the quality of life updates. I thought it was going to be the roster. I thought it was going to be the matches, but the fact that they care, I feel like for the first time in a long time, from the outside looking in, if I'm looking at 2K and you got some fans that get mad at them, you got some fans that love them. I'm just looking at, I want to play a quality wrestling game. For the first time since 2K14, I feel like this is a love letter to fans, because 14 added all the quality of life updates that 13 and 12 didn't have. And then we went through that weird era of games. And then this one feels like, oh, hey, we know you love wrestling. We love wrestling too. And this is the first time that I actually feel like they mean it when they tell us that. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Brian has told me that this is going to be special from like day one. So, yeah, dude, I'm excited. And, you know, Brian will sell himself short on Twitter and everything. And he'll say,
but he's so good.
Like, oh, I'm biased, because I make the games, but he knows what is good and what is not in a wrestling game, dude.
Yeah.
He's made these things for years and years and years. So he knows when something is special, and I'm gonna take his word for it, man. This one feels special. There's a lot of things in this game that feel nice.
If he says it's going to be special, then I believe him. Today's video is brought to you by Epic Games. You know, the makers of Fortnite and Rocket League. Do you play Epic Games, or do you purchase any of your games from the Epic Games Store? If so, consider using the creator code BEACHBYTES. You're already in the store buying all the awesome Epic games you want. See what I did there? But what you can do is go ahead and go to the creator code, pop in Beach Bites to use when you're making your purchases. It is completely free to you, and it helps the channel out a lot and would mean a lot to me. So thank you, because he's one of the old school guys that, like, he went through the 2K, the THQ, all that era. So he's one of the originals. So if he knows more than anybody if it's going to be good or not. So if he says it, I take his word for it at this point.
Yeah. Keep an eye on my channel this next coming week too. You know what I mean? I got a little surprise for everybody, and I know most of you in the chat right now are subbed to my channel. So,
but if you're not, I do have a link in description. Go click it and subscribe to the Pro Wrestling Shoot. They're live every Tuesday. It is absolutely a fabulous time of just hanging out and talking wrestling.
Yeah, so absolutely. Go subscribe, please. Get me a new Porsche. I need all the monies. All the
you want you want a new Porsche. See, I'm looking for the Lambo or the Bugatti or something like that. I don't know.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't buy any of that stuff. Like
no.
I'm such a tech nerd when it comes down to it. If I had $1 million, you'd probably see like the coolest studio in the world, and yeah, and I'd probably just pay off my house. That's all.
That's the end goal.
Yeah. I would hate being rich and famous. I really would. I don't know how you would feel about that, but
I don't know. I think you need to get out of the YouTube game if you don't want to be rich and famous, because that's the whole goal, man. No, I want to be where, I have plenty of money in the bank, but I can still go to Walmart and no one knows who I am. That's the dream right there.
Right there, man. I told my wife, the moment I am walking down the street and somebody's like, "Hey, you're that guy from the Pro Wrestling Shoot," I'm retiring. Like,
done. That was it.
I'm retiring. Like, hey, nice to meet you. You'll never see me again. Thank you.
Yeah.
Closing the channel down. No, I'm just.
We had a great run, but someone recognized me at Costco. We're done, guys.
Yeah.
We're done.
No, I mean it's all fun, man. This is a passion project that I do, man. I love pro wrestling. I love pro wrestling video games. It's just I've played them my whole life, as did you. So I mean, if I got the way to use my platform to showcase others in the community and do good things for the community, I think that's what my platform reaches to do. It's not so much really about me. It's just more about how can we put out ideas to 2K, who watches my channel. How can we put out ideas to 2K to give the community the best wrestling game possible?
Oh, yeah.
That's my goal, is really like, let's brainstorm ideas as a community, make a video, and put all these ideas in the comments, right? Like, maybe there's something I missed in the video. I love that when I'm talking about Universe on my last video, there was tons of ideas that showed up in the comment section that I was just blown away by. I was like, dude, this is incredible. Like, I didn't even think about some of these little features, and this is why I do it, is because now the next video for Universe mode is going to be that much more amazing, right? Because I'm gonna put these ideas into the universe, as you will. So it's gonna be it's a lot of fun, and it's rewarding to me. So
I agree. High tides raise all boats, and all we want is a good wrestling game to play. And my goal is to make sure that you know everything about that wrestling game possible, even if you want to or not. If you have a question on it, that's what my whole thing's based on. Is that the information and the facts and the unlocks and all stuff. That's my area. And I want to make sure that everyone has the best experience possible that they can have with this game. Because I love it so much. I can't be the only person that loves these wrestling games that much. So there's someone out there with a question, and I want to answer it and make sure that they enjoy the experience. So I think that's really cool.
I see Blake's question in the chat right here where it says, Beach and Jesse, what's your guesses for DLC?
All right.
What do you think?
My guess, I think it has to be Jade has to be one of them, right? Since she came back to the Rumble. Or if we're still going on the schedule where they do their last scans, that's cheating. I think he's going to be on disc. That's my bold position.
That's a really bold, dude. If he's on disc, I'm losing my mind.
But think about this. They did it in 14 when he changed the Cult of Personality. Brian Williams came out and said that they stopped production to make sure they got Cult of Personality in the game. He was that big of a star back in 14.
That's a song, though.
Well, I get that's a song, but that's still licensing rights and everything.
Yeah.
Punk's gear and stuff hasn't changed. So it's just more of signing the licensing deal.
I mean,
And it takes what, about 2 months to make a model? Which also brings us to our main topic, is how out of date the roster will be, because there's stuff in this game that shouldn't be there and stuff that we're seeing that I'm surprised is there. So Randy Orton's new shirt that he debuted at Survivor Series is in the crowd right now in the pre-build footage.
Yep.
So if it's in the pre-build footage, then how much other stuff did they get that was going to move over to the main game? So that's why my bold prediction is if they were at Survivor Series, they had to be to get Orton's shirt scanned.
Yeah, they were there.
So if they were at Survivor Series, they scanned Punk. So it takes 2 months turnaround to throw him in the game. All his move sets, everything's still in. They never took that out, because that's why all our claws look so great, is that all his stuff's there. So you're just talking about a model at this point.
They may have got him scanned at Royal Rumble.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that because I don't know. Punk was just so last minute at Survivor Series. I don't know.
But so was Orton.
Yeah, but that's probably a little easier to get past everybody else. You know what I mean? Knowing that Orton's, like, how many people knew Orton was coming back backstage? Like, how many people knew that? And
but
how many people didn't know CM Punk was going to walk through this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But
it took him a week to get him in Supercard. So there had to be some kind of deal in place that, you know, the dirt sheets didn't know about, because Supercard couldn't turn around and got all those licensing deals in a week if there wasn't something above a head, you know, coming up above a head. So yeah. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see, man. Wait and see. They're going to start unrolling some more. They have to start, you know, letting us know what DLC is. Otherwise, they're not going to get very many sales on that 40 years of WrestleMania edition. So, I mean, they're going to have to tell us what the DLC stuff is at least pretty soon. Well, the last 2 years, they've waited till the last week of release to give us DLC stuff.
And that's usually the week that I pre-order. I'm just
like,
saying.
okay.
I mean, they got my money anyway. Like, I'm going to get the game, and I'm probably getting the 40 years of WrestleMania edition, just like I do every year. Well, not 40 years, but, you know, the highest edition.
Yeah.
But
because I want all the stuff.
Yeah. I just want everything that the game offers. You know what I mean? I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to use every pack that they give me in DLC. Like NXT guys, I'm not using that much. Like I
was so excited about Harley Race. Didn't use him one time. I was like, oh, he's so great. He's in the game. Didn't use him one time.
Bray Wyatt, waiting so long to get Bray Wyatt. And then I was just like, I was already done with the game by then.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I was burnt out by the time he got
Wade
him.
Barrett, never used him.
I did use Wade Barrett, but I never loaded a match with Eve Torres, though.
I didn't even get to play a match with Zeus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You didn't do Zeus versus Hogan one time?
Nope.
Because I did once.
No, I should have, but no, I did not. I've put him in matches, you know what I mean? I've played against him, but I've never,
Wow.
I don't know.
Back to our DLC question, though, is I think Jade has to be a DLC.
I think so, too.
I would think so. I want to say the Dudley Boys, but at this point, they signed there so early, they could already be in the game just as legends.
It's true.
So it's like, because they signed so far back, all these legends signed back. I think we'll still go with the NXT guys or the newer stuff.
I think it's going to be NXT heavy.
Yeah.
Again,
I think it's
like
going to be.
It was in 23.
Mm-hmm. But I would like to see Jade. But I don't know where they're at on the roster, because like I said, the roster is so weird. If we get Randy's new shirt, but yet we got Usos and all the pre-build footage is still in Bloodline, but then you turn around the stands, you got main event Jey Uso's shirt. So where's it all fall into place is what I'm excited to see.
Well, maybe they have the logo there. Maybe they were just like, we're not going to change the shirt because we know how creative this community is, and we'll just leave us something to do. Yeah, it was like, we'll just put the logos in the game, and then you can just go and make the shirt yourself. You know what I mean? But that kind of worries me for the theme song for Jey Uso, like, it's me, Us. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it took us 3 months to get Sammy's old theme back into the game. So I don't know how
they've shown they can patch music, and then they spent all this time to patch Dana Brooks music into the game in a couple patches. So they showed last year that they can go ahead and add music later and it not be a big deal.
That's true. Do you think Edge shows up?
I hope so.
Yeah.
But I have nothing other than I love Edge, that I want him in the game, and just more for the fact that he's one of the only 4 wrestlers that have been in every game since the inception of this thing. So this will be the first one he's ever missed. So I hope he's in there. I didn't think so, but then I saw Ronda Rousey's in the game, and I'm like, well, they were released at the same time.
Were they?
Maybe. They were a month apart. Edge left in September, and then she left, or I have my dates off, but she left at SummerSlam was her and Shayna's retirement match. And then Edge left right after that for him and Sheamus. I might be reversed on which one came first. Chat, help us out. When did Edge leave?
No, yeah, because I went to WrestleDream when he showed up in AEW. I was there live.
Was there really like only 10,000 people there, like it showed online? There really was.
It was at first, when we first got tickets to WrestleDream, there was only like 7. So they sold a good 3,000 tickets right at the end. You know what I mean?
Because I thought that was crazy. It was like, it looked great on TV. They did fine with it. But then when I saw like on X or whatever, all of the pictures, like this side's empty. I'm like, that can't be right. So it actually was. Yeah,
we went to Collision the night before, and that was much worse. There was only 6,000 people there. Had to have been.
Oh, it's
the whole camera side was all tarped up. Everybody left as soon as ROH started. We ended up getting on the floor after that. They just kind of like let us go to the floor and take some shorts and stuff. So I don't know, man. AEW's got to turn that around, right? Like it's crazy. But yeah, anyway, Edge. He did leave after Ronda, so you're right.
Blake says he left in September, so
but Edge Ronda is not signed to AEW. Also,
I thought she was in Ring of Honor.
She went and did a match or whatever, but she's not signed to any contract for anybody. So, but
Edge has always owned his own stuff, so. They own the name Edge, but he owns Rated R and all that stuff. Yeah. So,
but guarantee Tony Khan is not letting. It's weird. It's weird, right? Because Jake the Snake, he's got his own thing too, to where it's like I'm under contract with AEW, but
he's in every wrestling game ever,
ever. Yeah, you got to get that.
Brother. He was in WrestleQuest. He's in that new UPW game that's coming out. It's just but no one pays for Damien. I asked the developers of WrestleQuest why Damien wasn't in the game, and they said that his rate was too much. So there's a separate rate for Damien than there is for Jake. So even in the pictures for 23, there's no Damien. It's always a Cobra.
What a goated answer.
That's awesome, what they told me. So I just report what they tell me. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'd like to see Edge in the game, but part of me thinks that he's not going to make that cut. Same with like Dolph Ziggler and stuff. I don't know.
I'd like to see Dolph in there. I don't think they will. I think everyone that was released will be gone.
Yeah.
I want Edge just because it's Edge, but I'll be shocked if he's in there. But I was also shocked Rousey made it. So if they're playing nice with others, we might get Miss Elizabeth. And I found this out. If you look at the fine print of the collector's edition, the same people own Randy Savage's name and own Andre the Giant's name. It's the same holding company.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I found that out the other day when I was looking. I was like, wow, it's the same holding company that hold them. So
interesting.
I wonder who else they hold.
Right. Let's get them on 2K24. Let's go, man. For DLC. I'm really hoping to see some like Attitude Era faces. I'd like to see like Steve Blackman, Ken Shamrock, the Godfather.
Oh yeah,
with his valets. We'll keep it PG.
If we got Godfather, then we have to get Val Venus, right? Like
No, Val Venus is definitely not in the game. He tweeted some angry tweets.
Oh boy, did he though?
Yeah,
That was terrible.
Yeah, which is I kind of popped for it. It's pretty funny.
I thought it was funny, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of
Gangrel owns all his stuff. Maybe we could get Gangrel.
That's true. What about like any WCW, ECW? That's kind of what I'm looking forward to.
If we could get, I don't think we get Sabu. I think he's special in the media world too, so we're not getting him. But if we get like, and maybe Tommy Dreamer, they play nice with TNA now. Like and this is also something that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about. I thought about it the other day, and I thought about doing a video about it, but I don't know how to come about it. Is that this is the first WWE game under Triple H's era. Vince had to sign off on who was in, who was out before. This is the first game that Triple H gets to sign in on who's in and who's out. So, and on television, they talk about Daniel Bryan all the time. They talk about Chris Jericho. They talk about Edge. So he's not shying away from the other wrestling promotions like the previous regime did.
Yeah.
No, so this is the very first game that he gets to sign off on.
Well, obviously he's not getting Daniel Bryan or
no,
any of those guys from AEW. It's just not going to happen, man. Like,
but he's paying them royalty rights for using their footage right now. Because
that's true.
So, because they made sure they showed all that at the Rumble. It's like, oh, here's Bryan getting stacked by Roman. So he paid Edge and Roman.
Well, no, they don't have to pay for that because WWE owns that. So
they own that. Yeah.
AEW runs footage with Cody Rhodes all the time.
That's true.
So, I mean, yeah, if you own the property of it, like this was filmed on your television, that's your footage. That's not like Bryan Danielson doesn't own his matches by any stretch of the imagination, because there was a big argument about that. I think I want to say it was like Disco Inferno or somebody stupid like that came out and was like, you know, well, they show my matches on the WWE Network. I should get royalties from it.
I think
like,
you're right. I think
sit
it is
down, Disco. You know what I mean?
It's like no one watched you.
This dude let Big Show fart in his face. Like nobody, this guy has no credibility to me. Get out of here.
So Blake has a question. Is RVD going to be in 24? I think that goes with because of the AEW thing. I don't know. I think he's gone.
He got uninvited to Philadelphia's WrestleMania is what it was being reported.
See, I saw that and I was like, ooh, that's not good news. And then I saw something about Paul Orndorff's son said that he doesn't have a contract, which I thought was really weird. Why are we getting Muhammad Ali? Like, that's so far out of left field. Is this like Fred Durst all over again, where it's just like we owe somebody some money somewhere for something so you can be in the game?
I don't know about the Muhammad Ali, but maybe that is just paying homage to that first WrestleMania.
Maybe that was the only person they could get. Well, no, Piper and Hogan are in. So.
Right, but he was like that big celebrity that they got for WrestleMania 1, right? So
yeah. So Cyndi Lauper on the soundtrack now because they go.
I hope so.
Way back. That'd be cool.
I hope so. I know we got California Love. Oh, thank you, Cody.
Thank you, Cody. Wow.
Yeah, I'm for it, man. I'm with it.
So we got DLC figured out. What is something that you want on the roster? We're both like quality of life updates, but what would be that one wrestler that made it that just you pop for? That you're like, okay, now I'm going to play 17 matches with them. Besides CM Punk, that's a cheat answer. We all want CM Punk. Yeah.
He's the only one, dude. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like CM Punk is the only dude that I'm like that excited for to be in this game.
I want CM Punk back,
but man, if I had to pick somebody else, I would probably have to say Cody, just because I'm curious to see how the music works. If I can change his attire, if I can put different things. With
that
Cody now,
sucked last year that we couldn't. Every time we did an alternate
that
tire,
was a Cody deal, though.
Yeah,
that was all on Cody.
I understand why. I just wish he wouldn't have done it.
Right,
and I hope that he doesn't do it again this year.
I'm curious to see, man. When it comes to, maybe I don't know. I'd have to see this roster, dude.
Yeah, I'm very
excited. Like right now, all I can really say is, oh, you know what? Shawn Michaels, the from the WrestleMania.
Oh, WrestleMania 10.
WrestleMania 10, yes, the ladder match. That model looks phenomenal. I will probably use that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm excited about that one. Do we get Pamela Anderson with it though? That's the question.
That's not happening.
Yeah,
look, that one I'm gonna put a stamp on it. Like there's no way we get Pam Anderson on there. We got Miss Elizabeth, and I was wrong about that, but no way we're getting Pam.
No. What about if we actually got Janetti though? That'd be a fun legend because he's never
dope.
been.
Oh, I see JPS's comment too. The Kurt Angle model from WrestleMania 20.
Oh yes,
good Lord,
that is awesome. I am so excited.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. So I will probably use that a lot as well.
I agree.
I've always loved the way that Kurt Angle played in all these games. So Kurt Angle will definitely be one that I'm excited to use.
Yeah, and his model looks absolutely fantastic.
Oh, so
year.
Good, dude. So
it's
good.
Like, so funny which ones they've upgraded and which ones they haven't. I can't.
Yeah.
And they released today the Heart Foundation, and it's the same model that we've had the last 3 years. So I find that it's like
that's
they did.
True,
I
huh?
looked on that picture, and I'm like, it's the exact same Brett.
You know why though, right?
Why?
Because Brett screwed Brett. That's the only answer.
That's the only answer I need.
Triple H is in control now, and he's like, you just make sure that you put the model from 2K20 in there. I don't care what it looks like. Don't even update Bret Hart. Put him in the game, and we'll use his likeness anyway, you know?
Yeah, just keep using Bret. Same Bret. But at least we get his pink attire, though.
That's true. So there are a couple different attires. I don't know if you noticed that. There are different attires for Bret Hart this year.
Yeah, and we haven't had that since 16. So
yeah, but because he's got that match with Austin at WrestleMania, so
and Piper.
Yep, and
I'm excited about that Piper match to see what we get to do and what we get to watch.
Yeah,
I think that'll be cool.
Yeah,
I think it's an underrated match.
Definitely, man. I'm looking forward to seeing like Triple H from the DX era. I'm looking forward to seeing The Rock from like WrestleMania 17 era. You know what I mean? Like that's going to be cool. I wish they would put like Nation of Domination Rock in. That's everybody talks about Hollywood Rock all the time because of that theme song, which is great. Look, I was there live for the WrestleMania 19 match with Stone Cold Steve Austin, but that Nation of Domination Rock was like my favorite. That was like my favorite version of The Rock. His matches with Triple H, dude, those guys just had great chemistry together. Oh,
what was it? Him and the Intercontinental title match for the ladder match.
Great.
That one went so hard. Yeah. That was when I first saw Rock, and I was like, okay, you're going to be something special.
SummerSlam,
because he was right on the level. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had the blue rock on the back. Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Just great, man. His matches with Mankind too, you know what I mean, in that era.
Oh, were legendary.
I mean, that was like corporate Rock, which is still basically the same to me. Like that era of the Rock was my favorite because
the fact that we're getting Rocky suck chants is amazing to me because I haven't heard that since like 96. If we get the Die Rocky Die chants, that'll just be another level.
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Don't mess with my boy Cody. That's all I gotta say. Let him finish this story, and then you can do your Rock thing. Look, nobody hates The Rock. I'm gonna go on and say that nobody hates The Rock, but right now we all know what the right match is that needs to happen at WrestleMania, and that's Cody and Roman. Other than that, no. Keep your nostalgia on the side. I don't care about it. Cody is your future. The Rock is the past. Like it does nothing but sell money. Where's The Rock going to be next month is what I'm saying, you know? Like the month after WrestleMania. Where's he going to be?
Netflix? I don't like where's he go?
Not till 2025. You know, he's going to be doing Moana is what he's going to be doing.
So how mad is Cody with the fans right now? That's the $1 million question.
I don't think he's mad at all.
I see. Here's my counterpoint to that. If we go with the whole we want Cody worked and that the fans didn't get worked, Cody was set to win the World Heavyweight Championship from Seth Rollins. And instead, he's going to go to WrestleMania and lose to Roman Reigns.
You think he's going to lose? I don't think so.
You think they finished the story?
Yeah, I think they're done with it. They have to. Look, you've seen the type of rage that these fans just put on, right? Like, you have the biggest star possibly in professional wrestling getting booed, saying Rocky sucks.
Isn't it great though? Feels like
nobody ever seen that coming on their bingo card.
No,
never.
I didn't at all.
Now you have him being booed. They're seeing this and like, dude, we better pull the trigger on this. Guaranteed.
I don't know. I think we're all getting work. I think it was the storyline from the beginning because all the pre-match stuff, like they've already got all the Rock Romans or the Roman Cody stuff shot. They already shot the commercials out and stuff.
Keep in mind, Brian Gewirtz is the one writing all this too, with Paul Heyman and Triple H. Brian Gewirtz is a genius. A lot of the stuff that you've seen with The Rock back in the day, all those phenomenal segments,
was all Brian. It was great. And he even tweeted out, he's like, no, now the fun begins. As soon it's like, we're going to get Cody Crybaby t-shirts. We're going to get Rocky Sucks t-shirts. It's going to be absolutely incredible.
It's going to build to who that high chief is, because that's what it showed. It showed The Rock as that tribal chief on that tree of life, right? Like that's what it showed. And the end result is going to be The Rock versus Roman. That is the end result for The Rock and Roman's story. But
yeah, and I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
I think they escalated it faster than what people thought. But it's so funny that it was like you knew that match was coming, you wanted it for 3 years, but then Cody came along and now that's the fans that turned.
Can I put a prediction out there what I think is going to happen? So you just seen The Rock slap Cody, turn heel.
Hollywood Rock again.
Yeah, he turned heel. I think Cody and The Rock are working Roman.
Oh.
That's what I think is happening in this story. I think they are working Roman because Cody said, I'm going to take everything from you.
That's
everything, not just that title. He didn't say that he wasn't taking the title at WrestleMania. He said he's not taking everything at WrestleMania. Yeah. That's what he said. That's what a lot of people don't realize that happened in that promo. But I think that The Rock and Cody are working Roman. They're going to work a full tag match, night 1, WrestleMania. Something is going to happen at the end of night 2, WrestleMania, that's going to see the beginning of Roman versus Rock. I think that that's what's going to happen.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because why would Roman... What would make Roman furious that he had to have this match with The Rock to prove that he was tribal chief? Because he had nothing left. He lost his title. All he's got is that tribal chief role. But it was because of The Rock that he lost his title, right? So that's my prediction. I think this is where it's going. I could be wrong though. Okay, I'm in for the ride. Look, I was mad at first, but now, like after the press conference, I enjoyed the press conference. I did too. I'm strapped up. I'm ready for this ride, dude.
It's like, I don't care where the story goes. I'm just glad we're on this story.
Yeah.
It's so fun again. Did you see the promo for Seth Monday night?
It was great.
I was like, that's amazing. And it's like all the little callbacks from like Royal Rumble 3 years ago was in that. And it's like, okay, I'm strapped in. I'm just excited to watch it.
It's going to be a fun ride, man. And what's the funny thing about this is going to be the first WrestleMania ever that I'm not going to see live.
Oh,
not going to be able to watch it live. Yeah.
What did you do?
I thought WrestleMania was sooner than it was. And as soon as I watched that press conference and they said that it's on the 6th and the 7th, I was like, oh no. Oh no. I booked my anniversary week during that, so we are actually driving to San Francisco.
So you're going to be on the road.
I will be on the road Saturday, yes, and then I will be in a hotel. I'm going to still watch it. I'm going to watch it after the fact, but
yeah. So you're going to have to stay away from all spoilers and everything. So
I got to block James, my co-host. I'm going to block him, like because he said, I'm just going to send you a text. No, you're not, because I'm going to block you. Yep. He's like, well, I know your wife's number. She's already blocked you, I promise. It's just not happening, you know what I mean?
Just turn the phone off.
Yeah, man. So everybody that follows the Pro Wrestling Shoot everywhere at the Pro Wrestling Shoot, because branding matters, You won't see me tweeting during those 2 days because I'm not trying to see the spoilers online.
No, I actually want to go through the journey. I'm excited to see where it takes us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it's going to be fun, man. Fun story.
I like it. So you think Cody and Rock are working together? I'm going to go the other way with my prediction. I think that Jay is still working with the Bloodline. And that's the ultimate swerve, because all of a sudden he wants the Intercontinental Championship. Wouldn't it be funny if he's the one that ends up costing Cody the belt at WrestleMania? Because now you got Seth coming on with him. Well, he's going to need someone else. Well, Jay's always helped him. Jay wins the Intercontinental title from Gunther, then cost Cody the championship in their main event and brings the Intercontinental title to the Bloodline. That's my way outside the box story.
I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I'm going to say I hate that just because, you know.
But think about it. They've swerved us so much over everything. And like ever since Triple H has come back and is doing everything his way, he is doing double swerve after double swerve after double swerve. So it's like if Jay was actually in the Bloodline this whole time, that would be the ultimate thing.
Yeah. Could be, man. Or Cody could just be unraveling the Bloodline.
See, I like yours too, though.
You know what I mean? So it could go either way. Really,
he took Jay, he took Sammy. Now he's taking Rock out of it. I mean, there's several ways they could go with it.
I do not. I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna say it now. I am sick of seeing Roman Reigns as champion. I'm done with it. I don't care what record he's beaten. None of those records mean anything anyway. You're not catching Bruno. There's no reason to beat Hogan to be third best. I'm sorry. It just doesn't matter in this title reign.
But here's my counterpoint to that. Roman loses the title. Then what do you do with Roman?
Who cares? Send
like
him
everyone
home.
That acknowledges where's my camera? Everyone that acknowledges the tribal chief cares.
Put that one down. Put that one
happens to Roman? I see the legend himself assemble is in here. How are you doing today, sir?
I don't have none of my Cody gear.
Why do you not have any Cody gear?
I don't have it near me.
you got all the punk. You got all punked out with the punk gear.
Yeah, I got my injured gear is on right now. Oh man, what's going on, Matt? How's it going, man? Good to see you.
Want to see fresh champions and challengers? Imagine LA Knight, Cody Rhodes,
dude.
So it'd be like versus Whoa.
That's what I want to see, dude. Like, I want to see fresh matchups. Plus, Roman Reigns only shows up like how many times did he defend this title last year? In 2023, count them out for me.
Wow, 6?
No.
No, he skipped every other pay-per-view.
He had like 4 title defenses.
Okay, whatever happened to the 30-day rule? You remember back in the Attitude Era?
That's why they made that what's it? The world title that doesn't mean anything for Seth Rollins. They made that because
B
Roman
championship.
Ain't around. Yeah,
but he doesn't do anything with it either.
Participation trophy. That's what I like to call it.
I was so excited about the world heavyweight title. And then it's like, okay, well, we've just had Seth champion since Crown Jewel. So it's like, I wanted him to at least hot potato it a couple times to get a title history behind it. The Universal Championship only has 7 champions to its name. And it's been around since what, 14, 15?
Yeah.
It's only been 7 champions to the Universal title.
Well, this time, that's another thing, dude, that when you think about it, this title is still technically the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship of the world or whatever they want to call it. This title has one owner, Roman Reigns. It is a new title. When you merge and you unify a title, this is now a title.
Yes.
It's one new title. So that Hogan record, Bruno record, all that stuff, out the window. Like, it's not real. I get it. It's wrestling, right? Let's
but it's like you keep the title history so long, they got to still matter a little bit or you wouldn't bring them up.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's weird when LA Knight was going for it is they called it the WWE Championship. Now that Cody's going for it again, they're calling it the Universal WWE Championship.
Yep.
So they're leaving. I don't even think WWE knows what they want to call it at this point.
I don't care what it look. The only thing I want to see happen is Cody take this title off of Roman and bring back that Winged Eagle title. Where is it? I think I got it somewhere in my belt case that you can't see behind me.
I see the Intercontinental.
Well,
I
got the Winged Eagle signed by Cody right behind me.
Where? We got the Winged Eagle. No,
it's the best one.
It's that one, but you can't see it. But that's the Winged Eagle, the best one.
You know why they have that giant W, right?
It's for branding.
For branding, yeah.
It's all for branding. Even
and
with
I hate this because branding does matter.
Branding matters. Meanwhile, branding matters. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the like button. It helps us out a lot. Also, links and descriptions for Pro Wrestling Shoot. Go over there and give him a subscribe. I'm sure he'll treat you nicely. That's what he told me to tell you. So
yes, I treat everybody nicely unless you're a Rock fan.
Unless you're the Rock. All right. Is there any of these? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm excited for Mania. I'm excited to see the story unfold. I'm just ready for Roman to stop being champion. That's all. Like
at this point, I want him to beat the record though, because then, like for the next, why not? You're this close. It's like almost getting to home run.
You're not this close. You know that record, he's gonna have to hold that title until next September, man.
Okay, so in Roman Reigns matches, that's what 4. So it's like,
but in my life, that is more wrinkles on my face.
That's true. It'll be good. Like 2 years later.
Like, I just want to live to see Cody finish the story. At this point, I just want to be alive for it.
I want Cody to still have blonde hair and not gray hair when he finishes the story.
Yes, absolutely, man.
All right. Do you want to grab any of these questions and answer in the chat? We have missed a few.
What we got? Pop them up.
Pop up your questions. I don't know how to do. What's the right button? There it is.
You just click on them. Just click it. You just click it.
You just click. I didn't know. StreamYard. It's new to me. Speaking of that, did you not notice in the corner? Where's my finger? Right up there in the corner, we see that StreamYard logo. Today's stream is brought to you by StreamYard. If we have any streamers in the chat that are, you want to do some streaming, you do some capturing videos, all that, links down in description and get $10 free with my code. Go over to StreamYard, click it, collect your $10 free and try it out. And StreamYard works so well that Jesse just disappeared. We got Blake says, could you guys see AJ Lee, JBL, Sandman be in 2K24? I think AJ would have to come back to TV first. But
I think she could give 2K the license for it. I mean, I'm sure
they talk
CM
about it
Punk
a lot.
I'm sure CM Punk would have signed off for it. That would be a great DLC. And by the way, my camera cuts off. I have kids running. And
no.
They like to come in the studio while I'm live, so I have to cut the camera off real quick.
That's scary. Kids are scary.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mike says, I smell corporate bloodline. What if they did corporate ministry all over again 2.0?
Mike, I'm going to need a whoa in the chat. Make it happen, man.
Make the woes happen.
Woes all day.
Let's see. Firespark says, you think Stone Cold will come back?
Yes. 100%.
Do you think we ever get Stone Cold versus Punk?
I think we get Stone Cold versus CM Punk.
That's the match. Is that the only one left?
Match. Yep. That's the final match. I think CM Punk will call it a career after he gets that match.
I think you're right. I agree with you on that one because that's like the one left on the bucket list for both of them.
Yep. Well, he's got a main event WrestleMania first. See, that's another reason too.
Oh.
If you have Cody win at Mania, you could have Cody versus Punk next year at Mania.
That's true.
Night 1 or night 2, whatever. You know what I mean? If you're running Rock and Roman night 2, which is I'm assuming that's what they're doing. Hopefully they have enough sense to put the title on night 2, but that's neither here nor there. Put the Rock and Roman on night 1, put Cody and CM Punk night 2, because that's the real main event. Can we agree on that? That's night 2 is the main event.
Yes. Night 2 is the main event. I don't like, they say the Usos main event last year. I don't buy that. Or it's night 2. The last match on the show is the main event.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
I think you need to give CM Punk that one. Win or lose for CM Punk, I think he would be happy about that. He
I
just
think
wants
so.
the main event WrestleMania. That's all he wants. He never said he has to win the title at WrestleMania or none of that stuff. So
he just wants to be the show on the card, and I totally agree with that.
He comes back from injury and he says that he's got to finish his story, and we got a whole new.
We got to finish the story.
And then 2K25 is going to come out like, we finish your story again. Like that's the slogan for 2K25.
The King Show says, any new updates to Universe Mode? Ooh.
Rivalry actions, double title matches, and loser leaves town matches. All we have heard.
Okay, here's something that I find interesting, though. Losers Leave Town was in 23.
That's what I hear.
So why are
I've
they
never seen that?
You never seen it? I do, huh? I have a video on my channel showing you how the step-by-step guide on how to use Loser Leaves Town. It worked beautifully.
Did it?
Yes,
okay.
I loved it. I used it. So
why are they
time.
promoting that as a new feature then?
That was my question to you. Actually, was why is this now a new feature? I'm stumped by it because it worked perfectly.
I thought it was a new feature. That's why I added it in my video until I got a comment. Hey, this was in last year. Shut up. Yep. I didn't know that.
I got a whole 10-minute tutorial on my channel of how to use it, how to trigger it, why to trigger it, why it's cool. And it
spoiler alert, I missed that video.
Spoiler alert, Pro Wrestling Shoot doesn't watch my videos.
Yes,
it's fine.
I do. I watch everybody's videos, but man, I only got so many hours in the day.
You know what? There's only like 24 of those things in one day. Is that not crazy?
It's not enough. It's not enough.
We need more hours. Hashtag more hours.
Can we make that a thing? Like maybe that could be put in like the election somewhere. I don't know, something that the people can vote on.
We could go on our Killian time and work 36-hour work days.
Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
We'll see. There's a give and take there.
No, there's no give and take. No, we need more hours that we can be creative. Let's do more creative hours during the day.
I agree with that. So, but yeah, Loser Leaves Town was in 23. So I don't know why we're saying now that, it's new and improved. Why are you touting it out like that?
I don't know.
So
that's what we read. Maybe that was like what article was that on? Was that
WWE.com?
Oh, WWE.com. Yes.
Yes. So WWE put that out, and it's like, okay, well, you're promoting it. So I wonder that makes me concerned for rivalries that they just added like 12 more. You remember like back in the 13-14 era where it's like we added new universe cutscenes, and it's like you added 5, but you put it on the back of the box that we added.
Lied.
Yeah, we added 5 new cutscenes. Well, yeah,
you guys worked so hard on that.
So hard on those 5 cutscenes.
I don't know. Maybe I'll shoot Brian a text and see, hey, what's up with this Loser Leaves Town stuff?
What's going on?
Yeah, is it new or is it not? Because
if it's not, then my video's a lie. So go watch it before it goes away.
Literally showed you how to do it on 2K23.
I literally showed you.
That's crazy.
Kevin says, I hope Austin Theory's intro will be updated. It has to be, right? Like no more cell phone looking around. Yeah, that has to be updated.
How do you think that went? Vince McMahon was just like, dude, put the stupid phone down. Like Triple H said that to him because Vince McMahon's like, just take selfies of yourself.
Just take selfies all the time.
The stupid things that Vince loved, man. Like I couldn't believe some of the Vince isms that I'm so glad he's gone. Can I just openly say that? I'm so glad that this guy is gone. What a trash individual, man. I'm happy that Triple H is running it, man. He's doing a fantastic job.
Can you believe that we live in an era that we watched DX try to run Vince out, and you fast forward, and now DX did run Vince out, and they actually run the WWE?
That's pretty crazy to think of.
Yeah. And it's like Triple H has brought back the Attitude Era in the best ways. He took all the good stuff that worked in the Attitude Era and makes it work.
That's true.
Think about Karrion Kross for a minute. When you think about Karrion Kross out loud, what is he doing right now?
I don't like to think about him out loud because the fans are not digging this guy. I don't know.
But
I like Karrion Kross because I watched Killer Kross on the indies and everywhere else he wrestled. Like I actually liked Killer Kross, but
well, let me turn. Maybe we can turn all the fans into love Killer Cross, Karrion Kross, whatever, because he's the best guy on the roster right now. And here's my reason why. Yes, he's actually the best guy because since Triple H took over, he's the only one with a consistent story. He's the only one that's been telling the story since he came back. Look, if you love what Drew McIntyre's doing, that's Karrion Kross's fault. Karrion Kross told you when he went into a feud with him what he was going to do to Drew. Fast forward, that's what he did. The new AJ Styles that everyone loves, Karrion Kross's fault. Went through a feud, did exactly what he said he was going to do to AJ Styles. Shinsuke Nakamura destroyed Nakamura, exactly what he said he was going to do, and now Nakamura is doing that. Yeah, Karrion Kross is the one turning the gimmicks of every wrestler. And so everyone he's feuding with right now. So what is he doing to Bobby Lashley? And in 3 months, the new Bobby Lashley that everyone will love is Karrion Kross's fault. So that's my take on Karrion Kross, is he's actually the one with the consistent story.
Drizzy Dre just said, you just made me love Karrion Kross. There you go.
Love Karrion Kross. See, it's like, but if you look at it, he has
except he spelled Karen. Karrion Kross.
No one loves a Karen, I don't think.
Yeah. Look, if it's so wild that these guys are just writing movies without it, like just under everybody's, radar. It's crazy, man. WWE is doing a fantastic job when it comes to story development. That whole press conference thing, circling back to that,
was gold.
Felt very real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt UFC.
It did. It felt like if this was 10 years ago, Vince would have cut CM Punk's mic off during that pre-show for all the stuff he was saying. Yeah. And Big E too. Because it was like, no, you can't say that stuff. But under Triple H is there.
Look, if you're getting in a fight, nobody is going to be like, I'm going to kick your butt,
No,
get over
true.
here. Like I believe that there should be a little bit of cussing on your television, but not like,
as long as it's placed, it just shows emphasis.
Placed, yes.
Exactly.
Like the perfect placement is needed for it, not like just dropping S and F bombs on television just for the sake of doing it, right? Like
just because you can. And I feel like that's where AEW went for a while. We can say it, so let's say it. Lost all its emphasis. Back in the day, Cornette never cussed on TV, but when he did, you were scared to death that the Midnight Express were going to do something because you'd never heard him talk like that before.
Yeah.
So it's
Cornette, man, like him or hate him. Like the dude is like one of the best talkers in
all time
in the history of professional wrestling. Like, go watch some old Cornette promos and just appreciate what this man could do on the mic. And it's incredible.
He got a tennis racket over. Like, think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
A common tennis racket, most deadliest weapon in the game for years. So
fun stuff, man.
Blake says, do we see any superstars from my faction being playable in other modes this year? Yes. I still feel like yes. There's so many.
There's got to be. There no ECW. Yes, no ECW cussing.
Yeah, that was bad. But they keep teasing us like something the fans will be happy about. How bad is it going to be if it's not that? Like, what else could the fans want that they could be teasing? Because they've said several times we'll have more about that later.
They just hit you with the swerve ball. They're like, we've got more microtransactions that are locked.
Yeah,
get stoked.
Or no, where it's like you buy the car. Like, well, you can earn it by unlocking packs, but then if you pay $5.99, then you get it in the whole game. They can double microtransaction you. But
that's true. Well, I mean, you gotta pay for the VC anyway, don't you?
Yeah,
to get the packs, or do you just gotta grind it? I mean, maybe you can just grind it out, I guess.
I started a series where I was going to review every My Faction pack that we got each week because we were going through the Fridays of every Friday new pack in the store, and I thought that would be a great idea. I found out two things real quick. One, no one cared because they got like 10 views. And two, I never made enough coin to actually buy the next week's pack. And that was
Yeah.
sitting for 3 or 4 hours grinding. It was like, well, I'm not putting money into this. And the other thing that I don't like is that if I buy a pack of cards, like Scott Steiner, that model was hidden, or a couple of the others, and you're buying a chance to get that card. You're not actually buying that
you're
card.
legit gambling for it.
You're legit. It's like, okay, well, I just spent 100,000 BC, which is $100 real world money, and I got 17 Butch cards and never pulled that Scott Steiner card. That doesn't work for me, brother. I just don't like.
Yeah.
No.
I think they fix that. That's my prediction.
So.
I think that they do fix that, and I think we get them in every mode.
I do too.
That's what I think the announcement is, but we'll see. They're gonna have some sort of fix for it. They have to.
I'm excited for 24 though. I think it's gonna be fun, man. I cannot wait for 24.
Yeah, good.
Well, we got 20 days left.
20 days to pump out some more 1 out of 10 videos. Let's go.
Every day is getting bigger and better. Yeah. We've never had Cornette in a game. I see that. First time ever they should put Brother Love and Jim Cornette in the game. We've never had Cornette.
I think
didn't we get Brother Love? And
yeah,
we got Brother Love, didn't we?
I want to say we did.
They all run together after a while. But I think we did.
They did so many games, dude.
Do you think we get Nick Aldis in GM mode?
That would be great. How do we get a custom GM? Like, let me get custom GM, custom arena, all that stuff. Like, that's what I want to see in GM.
Oh, I agree. Let's see. All right, we'll wrap things up for today. I appreciate everyone joining us. Any final questions you want to get in before we bid you adieu this evening? Jesse, where can we find all of your awesomeness of content?
You can find us everywhere at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. If you want to stay up to date on everything that we're doing, follow us on Twitter. It's probably the best way to reach us, at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. But other than that, subscribe to the channel. You can see new videos. We're live every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this Tuesday in particular, you're going to want to watch the show. You're not going to want to miss it. Hit that bell for notifications. I promise you, announcement coming soon on Twitter. So you better follow me over there too.
All right. So that means Tuesday is must-see YouTube time. And so hopefully you will all be there. For everyone that's joined us today, I'd like to thank you so much. Thank you, Jesse, for being here. Hope we can do it again sometime.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me.
So it was absolutely awesome. Chat, I hope you enjoyed it. I thank you all for joining us out. Remember, make life your beach, and we'll see you on the next video.